What's up, YouTube? Monty here, and today I'm going to talk about something that gets me fired up. Uh, there is this common misconception with our community that Legends of Runeterra is losing money, that it is not profitable, that Riot is ready to axe it at any point. And I hear this getting thrown around all the time. And it drives me absolutely batty because it's baseless. It comes from nowhere. There was a YouTube video done by a League of Legends YouTuber who does admittedly play the game. I've run into him on the ladder once or twice. But that video was done over a year ago, before skins existed in the game, or when they were just coming out. I don't remember the exact time frame. It was since re-uploaded as a short, so I can't find the original. But the video talks about how lore is Riot's version of the Costco hot dog. And to be honest, there's some truth to what he's saying in the video. The idea behind Legends of Runeterra from Riot's perspective is to keep people contained within the Riot IP, right? You would have these League of Legends gamers that maybe are sick of League of Legends now. They want to go try out Hearthstone. They want to go try out a different game. So Riot started creating other games like Valorant, right? Like Legends of Runeterra, like the MOBA that's in the works, like Project L that's in the works. So the idea that Legends of Runeterra exists to keep people within the Riot IP, to bring in some new players that maybe are dissatisfied with the state of Hearthstone, especially when Runeterra was released. Hearthstone was very much on a decline. A lot of people were trying to get out of it. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is this idea that Legends of Runeterra is a loss leader. A loss leader, by definition, is something that is widely it's a product that is accessible to a lot of people. It's a product that a lot of people will like, but card games are such a niche market. So just like on that first front, we'll refute it there, right? You can't have something that's a loss leader that isn't widely popular. It's not true. And this is an Investopedia article here just to give us a little bit of a run through of what a loss leader is. A loss leader is a strategy that prices a product lower than its production cost in order to attract customers or sell other more expensive products. Okay, there's a bit of an argument there. Maybe Runeterra costed more to put up than it made in the first year. We didn't have skins, we didn't have any real monetization. But the idea that it's bringing in a wide array of new people, again, isn't particularly accurate because card games are such a niche market. Loss leading is a controversial strategy that is considered predatory. I don't know. Can't really add much to this one in regards to Legends of Runeterra. Some companies use a loss leading strategy when aiming to penetrate new markets to gain market share. This makes sense. We talked about this already, right? Like Hearthstone existed. It's been around for a while. Riot obviously saw that Blizzard was able to retain players within their own IP by having Hearthstone as an outlet for World of Warcraft gamers that wanted to retire or move on or try something new. They also had a physical WoW TCG previously, so it makes sense that they would want to try and edge into some of this market, especially when, as I said, Hearthstone was very much on a decline at the point of time Runeterra was released. Large companies can afford to price a product with no margin because they have other products they can sell profitably to make up for the loss. Now, this is super accurate, right? Even if Legends of Runeterra wasn't making money, which it is, and I have some proof that I will show you, Riot is a big enough company. They're making enough off of League, off of Valorant, off of Wild Rift, which I have evidence to show as well in regards to that they wouldn't care even if Runeterra was not profitable, which it is. Again, I cannot stress enough, this idea that Runeterra is not making money is just, it comes from nowhere. And finally, loss-leading strategies can hurt small businesses as well as suppliers who might be forced to keep their own prices low so that a business can continue with its loss-leading strategy. Not really relevant here. If we just go to Google and define what is a loss leader, a product that is sold at a loss to attract customers. Again, we've already refuted this. For it to be sold at a loss to attract customers, it has to be attracting customers. Card games are too niche for that. Nobody's coming in to try a card game for the first time unless they're an existing game player. Maybe they're trying to steal some of the Magic the Gathering players. Maybe they're trying to steal some of the Hearthstone players. But those are already players that are in one way or another likely familiar with the League of Legends IP. And if they're not, I would imagine that a large percentage of our player base isn't MTGX pros except at maybe the highest level. It's just casual League players that have gotten bored of playing League and maybe wanted to try something new. So again, it's not this idea of bringing new players in, it's this idea of retaining players in their current IP. So I have a lot of different news articles here talking about Riot's total mobile downloads and their total revenue. So this one was posted a year ago. Legends of Runeterra itself earned around 13 million downloads, has accumulated $16.2 million in revenue. That's revenue, so that's not profit. Sorry, I should actually maybe show that to you guys. This is specifically on mobile as well. This is thegamer.com. Relatively, I have the article open right here, actually. I don't know why I reopened it, but published July 27th, 2021. So about a year and a half after launch, if my memory serves. Another one here. Riot Games mobile revenue crosses 100 million. So this includes TFT, this includes Wild Rift, but Legends of Runeterra is also included in this article. 16 million, as you can see in this graph right here. Again, revenue. And the other big thing about Legends of Runeterra, we don't exist in China. China doesn't have an official release for the game, whereas Wild Rift and TFT both do. TFT kind of got a bypass because it was within the client, and Wild Rift, I believe, was also given the approval prior to China changing the way they thought about games and restricting basically all video games, as I understand. I might be wrong, and if I am wrong, please correct me in the comments, but this is my current understanding of the situation over there. Another source, again, same thing, thanks to Wild Rift's success. So even if we take this idea that Legends of Runeterra is a loss leader for face value, which I've already kind of tried my best to dispute just based on a theory perspective, the idea that it is a loss leader is okay because it's being propped up by Wild Rift, by Valorant, by League of Legends. Riot can afford to lose money on this game. They're committed to this game no matter what the community might believe. Here's another article. League of Legends produced 1.75 billion in 2020. 1.75 billion dollars in revenue. Do you guys know how much money that is? $1 million is a lot of money. $1 billion? That's almost $2 billion. Yes, it's revenue. That doesn't account for production costs. That doesn't account for LCS. That doesn't account for any of this stuff. But that is such a disgusting amount of money. Like, I can't even fathom how much money that is. Again, 1.75 billion. That's 2020 alone. That was right before COVID struck. COVID struck, video games blew up even more, right? Yes, and they got to cut down on production costs because they didn't have to rent these studios or anything like that. Second most profitable mobile MOBA breaks 500 million. That's $500 million alone. This is a more recent article from July 2019. Oops, didn't mean to click that. But this is specifically about Wild Rift. So, again, even if it's a loss leader, which I don't think it is, it doesn't make sense from a theoretical perspective. It doesn't matter because Riot has the funds to support the game's development and they're going to continue to do so. But I said I had proof to show you guys that lore is profitable. And okay, maybe it's not the most foolproof proof, but this is a small clip from a Runeterra Show podcast that was done 7 months ago. And I'll let Jason Florent take it away.
I got some little interesting tidbits. So after I wrote my article on the PvP pivot, I started speaking to some people at Riot that I had never spoke to before. I think they're more in the business management side of things. And so I'm not sure exactly how much I'm allowed to say here, but some little tidbits. Apparently, LLR is profitable, but it's just not like super profitable. Their game, like they put a lot. It's like if you made a movie and you made a little bit of money. It's like that's not what you want, right? Like all the time and effort they want to hit home runs, like all their other games hit home runs. So it is profitable though. And apparently one of the other big issues, the reason that it's not like super profitable, is that it's not readily available in China, which is like basically was just their biggest market. So it got approved, but it got hit right on that, like where they stopped all the new games coming in. So TFT made it in and LOR got approved, but then they're not allowing anything to release, which is like huge money. So
I have my own personal theory about that one. in my opinion, I think that actually the release of LOR was accelerated. I think we were supposed to get the full game with Bilgewater and everything. But because they got this Chinese approval, they were like, okay, let's get the game out in North America as well. Let's start building the base. We'll see what we can do here. And then they got hit with that, nope, can't do it. Sorry. And that kind of changed their perspective on a lot of things. It slowed things down. But that's another point. At the end of the day, there is so much evidence to prove that Legends of Runeterra is a game that Riot is committed to, and even if it wasn't profitable, which again it is, we heard it from Jason Florent. He was speaking to people at Riot directly. They told him it's making money, maybe not a lot of money, but it is making money. Even if it wasn't, Riot has the funds to continue to support the game, and they will. And we've seen this doubled down recently with the new competitive changes that are starting on Wednesday, and we're going to continue to see improvements to the game. We're also getting increased monetization stuff with the dailies having that coin fee as an alternative to the shards. Maybe that's not the biggest source of income, but I would wager that some new players will definitely be looking to spend some of their coins on that. It is a rather low entry fee on the coin side. Maybe not every single day, but shards are a pretty valuable resource to a new player. Again, that's a different conversation. My point being here, Riot has the funds to support the game if it was a loss leader, but it's not a loss leader because it just cannot be by definition. So thank you guys for listening to another ramble. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this clears up some of the misconceptions around Legends of Runeterra's role in the scene, in the esports environment, in Riot's perspective, what they see the game as, how they want it to go forward. I'll see you guys all next time. I hope if you disagree with me, be sure to drop a comment telling me why. If you like the video, drop a like and subscribe for more content because it's coming. I know I keep saying that, but this time I mean it. There'll be regular videos going forward.